Most people think they can go to school to learn leadership, but in reality, they're being trained to manage. Follow the rules, keep things running, don't rock the boat, be dependable. That keeps systems alive, but it rarely changes anything meaningful. If management is about execution and maintaining systems, leadership is about responsibility, innovation, and guiding people through uncertainty. Management keeps the assembly line humming. Leadership decides whether we should be building this product in the first place. If you care about impact, you need to know which game you're playing. Managers rely on authority. Leaders take responsibility. Authority says, that's not my fault. Responsibility says, it ends with me. In baseball, you have an umpire who has the authority to make calls on whether or not a player is out or in. If a player strikes out, the umpire may exercise some judgment, but he operates within a defined set of rules. In that sense, he is largely absolved from responsibility. He is applying a rule book to make a call. It is the player who must ultimately take responsibility for a foul ball or failing to make it past second base, especially if he hopes to improve, set an example, and learn from his mistake. He says, it ends with me. Leadership begins the moment you stop hiding behind the rule book and start owning the outcome. Quality is meeting specifications, and today technology handles that beautifully. AI can produce clean copy. Robots can assemble products with microscopic precision. But excellence is different. Excellence is human care. It's intention. It's choosing to solve interesting problems instead of hiding inside a checklist. If your role can be reduced to follow the instructions, eventually something faster and cheaper will follow them better than you. Leadership lives where automation stops. We call them soft skills. That label is misleading. Loyalty, engagement, fearlessness, emotional steadiness. These are real skills, and they are choices. In my work with CEOs and senior executives, this is where the separation happens. Strategy matters, intelligence matters. But when the market shifts, when cash flow tightens, when the board gets restless, what determines survival is not the spreadsheet. It's the leader's posture. Can you stay steady? Can you communicate possibility? Can you hold tension without collapsing into fear, anger, or blame? These are disciplined behaviors. These are ways of being that show that you are a leader. Managers tell people what to do. Leaders enroll people in a future. Leadership is not about commanding compliance. It's about creating a sense of possibility that makes people want to join. There's no map, and that's the point. Leaders draw the map. They decide who it's for, what it's for, and they build a culture around that decision. Culture is simple. People like us do things like this. When people feel they are part of something meaningful, you no longer have to push them. They pull forward on their own. Now here's the hard truth. Innovation is a repeated process of being wrong. Leadership requires the willingness to get hit, to risk embarrassment, to act before certainty arrives. Most people avoid leadership not because they lack talent, but because they crave safety. But safety rarely produces impact. So ask yourself, am I managing or am I leading? Am I optimizing yesterday's model or am I taking responsibility for tomorrow? Management is necessary. Civilization would collapse without it. But if you want to make a difference, leadership is the chosen way. It shows up in moments of tension, in difficult conversations, in decisions where there is no guarantee. You don't get anointed, you step forward. And once you do, you stop waiting for instructions and start drawing the map.